Hello, I'm Christie Welch, Direct Agricultural Marketing Specialist with Ohio State University Extension, and we're here today to share some information about data collection methods for Ohio farmers markets. I was fortunate enough to visit the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market last month while they, in conjunction with the Ohio Farmers Market Network, were conducting a DOT survey. And you might ask, well, what the heck's a DOT survey? Well, the DOT survey is part of a rapid market assessment, a process of data collection that was developed by Oregon State University Extension. And you can go to the link on the screen if you'd like to download that bulletin about rapid market assessment for your farmer's market. But what's important about collecting data at our farmers markets is to find out where do we need to go in the next 5 or 10 years to continue to serve our farmers market customers and our producers and vendors, and do that in a meaningful manner that is effective for both the shoppers and the market vendors. And so when we stop and think about the way that consumers are changing how and where they purchase food, especially locally produced food, we need to stop and ask ourselves, well, what kind of impact is that going to have on our Ohio farmers markets over the next decade? And so we thought it was a great idea to share the process of data collection as an example. So we're going to take a minute and watch this video clip from the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market that we did in September of 2019. And then we'll come back and talk a little bit more about some tools that can help you collect data for your farmers market and then put that data into use to help sustain your market over the next decade. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Christie Welch, Direct Marketing Specialist with Ohio State University Extension, and we are here today at the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market, and we're with Jennifer Clemens. She's the manager of the market here. Jennifer, thanks for having us here today. How long have you been managing the market?
I've been the market manager for 4 years now.
Well, it looks like it's been a really good day today. I hear it's the last day for the season, though, this year.
It is. I hate last day of the market. It makes me sad.
Well, I've talked to a lot of customers while I've been here, and it's making them sad too. But we had beautiful weather today, and the other thing that's been going on at the market today is the Ohio Farmers Market Network has been doing a DOT survey. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, they come out here to ask survey questions to kind of help us get prepared for next season, things that we can improve on here at the market, look for things that our residents and our consumers want to see come to the market next year.
Very good. Well, I think it'll be some great information for you. So do you have anything you want to add about coming next year for the market? Anything you want to share?
Oh, just come down and see us. We've got a great setting out here. We've got great vendors. It's just a fun event to be out here in Reynoldsburg. It's a great place for the community to gather and rally around the city. Just make sure we got sunshine coming our way next Thursday.
That's right. And again, the weather's been perfect here. If they want to learn more about the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market, where can they go?
Check us out on Facebook. You can also go to the City of Reynoldsburg website, and we have a farmers market page on there as well.
Great. Well, thank you.
Well, thanks for coming.
Hello, I'm Christie Welch, Direct Marketing Specialist with OSU Extension, and I'm here today with Michelle White, who is on the board of the Ohio Farmers Market Network. Hi, Michelle.
Hello. Good evening.
So I see we're out here at the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market today doing a DOT survey. Can you tell us a little bit what's a DOT survey and why are we doing it?
Sure. So a DOT survey is it's a colorful, interactive way to get people to give you some data, which we can use. So what we do in our version, I've adapted it from one that was developed out in Oregon State University. So we set up 4 easels with flip charts on them, and there's one question on each chart. And we hand customers a strip of dots as they walk by, and they just put their answer for each question with the sticker. So, yeah.
Very good. So I see some of the questions that you've asked today is how many times do you shop at the market? And so what do we do with that information?
Yep. So the Ohio Farmers Market Network, I'm going to step back a second here and give you some background. In 2018, so last year, we were awarded a Farmers Market Promotion Program grant through the USDA. That's a 3-year grant. And our first year was all about marketing and gathering baseline data, which hence the DOT surveys. So we've been going to markets across the Central Ohio region this summer and doing these DOT surveys in all the markets. And we hope with the information after this year, we can give reports back to managers based on how long customers are staying at the market, how much they're spending, general shopping size group, number of adults. And we can also make recommendations based on the information, but managers hopefully will be able to use it, give it to their boards, and make improvements based on the results. So yeah.
All great information. And so one thing that I would say is if you're not a member of the Farmers Market Management Network, they have wonderful resources. I encourage you to reach out to them.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that video clip of how the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market conducted their DOT survey. And if you have more questions about that, again, feel free to check out the Oregon State University Extension Tools for Rapid Market Assessment. I'm also excited to announce a couple of opportunities here in Ohio that are coming up for Ohio farmers market managers and stakeholders to learn about developing sustainability plans and data collection and use for our markets here in Ohio. So coming up in November, on November the 11th and 12th, at the new OSU Extension office in Franklin County, so it'd be just west of main campus in Columbus, we'll be having experts from New York come to share resources that they've developed for their farmers markets to develop a sustainability plan. Now, this two-day training will walk you through different steps you need to take and think about when putting that sustainability plan together for your farmers market. We're excited to have Laura Biasillo from Cornell Cooperative Extension, as well as Jessica Douglas from Grow New York City, who both have worked with the New York Farmers Market Federation to develop these resources for the farmers markets there in New York. And many farmers market stakeholders around the country are recognizing how consumer shopping patterns are changing. And so now's really the time again to start thinking about what can our farmers markets do to make sure that we're still meeting our vendors and our customers' needs in the next 5 to 10 years. So if you'd like more information about that two-day training coming up in November, you can go to the link on your screen here to learn more and to register. And the other thing we're excited to announce is just recently the North Central region of SARE, the Sustainable Agricultural Research and Education Program, announced that they have offered funding to our direct marketing team in collaboration with the Farmers Market Coalition, which is a national organization that helps farmers markets around the country, as well as, again, here in Ohio, the Ohio Farmers Market Network. And this project, which starts this month, October of 2019, we will have training opportunities for market stakeholders and market managers to learn how to collect and utilize data for informed decision making for their markets over the coming years. And so we're excited that SARE found value in that project, and we're looking forward to carrying that out. So we encourage you to stay tuned to hear more about that project moving forward. If you have questions in the meantime, you can certainly reach out to me via email. My email address is welch.183@osu.edu, and we'll be happy to share more information with you about that. So I had the pleasure of visiting the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market back in September of this year. And we have some video footage that we'd like to share with you about that visit. You know, there's a lot that goes into managing a successful farmers market, not only here in Ohio, but throughout the country. Things like, how do you even get the word out that your farmers market is there and available to your community? How is your market structured? And that can play a big part in how the decisions are made to manage that market moving forward. So we're going to see a little bit here from the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market Manager, hear from the Ohio Farmers Market Network, and even a couple vendors that participate in that market. Enjoy.
Hi, Christie Welch with Ohio State University Extension here at the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market with the manager, Jennifer. Thanks for having us out today.
Thanks for coming.
We're thrilled to be here today. I did want to ask, how long has the Reynoldsburg Market been in operation, and how is this market structured or managed?
Well, this is our 14th year here in the city of Reynoldsburg, and we get together through the Parks and Rec Department, and we sit down every year, kind of develop what plans we want to do, when our season's going to begin and end, and how we want to grow the market each year.
Fantastic. Well, and speaking of growing the market, how do you promote and get the word out to your community that you're here?
Well, in Reynoldsburg, we're a funny community about how we educate everybody, but we've got a lot of avenues. We work through Facebook. We do some PR through the local newspapers. We have an activity guide that we have that goes out to all of our residents. Sometimes we do inserts with our water bills, so you can kind of look through that. Social media is our biggest outlet right now, and we advertise some in the senior center as well. That's a good demographic for us.
Well, it sounds great. It sounds like you've got a good plan that seems to be working really well just from my observations today.
Thank you.
And so do you have any current challenges that you're trying to address for the market to help it grow?
I think our biggest challenge, and it's funny following up from that, is just letting the community know that we're here. Every day we hear about, we'll have somebody like, I never knew you had a farmer's market here in Reynoldsburg. So come on out to the farmer's market.
Great. And if they want to learn more, schedule and those kinds of things, where can they go?
Check us out on Facebook and go to the City of Reynoldsburg website and look for the farmer's market tab.
Great. Thank you, Jennifer. So, Michelle, I know you've been with farmers markets for a number of years now and have visited as many as you have the opportunity to. And so they all are managed a little differently, aren't they?
Yeah, they can be. So here in Central Ohio, we have one like Reynoldsburg that's run by the city. We have Clintonville, that's an independent 501c3. Some are run by vendor groups. So it just depends basically on the market, the neighborhood, the community, and how they set it up from the beginning. Some do undergo changes and become 501c3s later. Some are LLCs, but yeah, they pretty much run the gamut from what we've seen.
Very good. Well, we appreciate your time today. And one of the things, too, that I always try to point out to both our customers and our producers and managers is, the average age of a farmer in the United States is 57 or 58. I forget the exact number. And a lot of the anecdotal information that we're seeing out there talks about how the next generation is purchasing food very differently than the last couple of generations. And so one of the things that OSU is going to be doing in partnership with the Farmers Market Network, as well as Cornell Cooperative Extension and Grow New York City, is helping our market managers here in Ohio develop a sustainability plan. And we'll talk about a number of those issues coming forward. Yeah. So if you'd like to learn more about that upcoming training, go to the Go link on the screen here, and we'll hope to see you then in November. So, Michelle, I saw on your website there's a new program you're running called Grow, Eat, Ohio. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'd love to. So part of the grant that I mentioned before, the marketing part, we launched a new kind of subset of our website, and it's called groweatohio.com. You can link to it from Ohio Farmers Market Network, but it exists as its own site. And it's really neat because we have an interactive map, so people in the Central Ohio region can type in their zip code, and a little dot bounces as to like where the closest market is to them. And we also hope to build that out to, host a list of vendors at each market and resources like that. But it's good for the consumer just to kind of start to understand where markets are in Central Ohio, because we have so many of them, as well as find easy access to which ones accept SNAP, Produce Perks, WIC, all of that.
Fantastic. Well, we've mentioned a whole lot of things here today. So, again, if you'd like more information, you can go to the link on your screen here and reach out to get more information. So, Michelle, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Christie Welch here at the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market with Deb Snyder of Jose Madrid Salsa. Hi, Deb. How are we doing today?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Tell us about your business.
Jose Madrid Salsa has been in business for 30 years. This is our 30-year anniversary. We specialize in 25 gourmet sauces. They're absolutely delicious. They're top of the quality restaurant-style sauces. We use all fresh ingredients, locally bought produce. We do 50% profit fundraisers.
So tell me a little bit more about that fundraising, 50% profit fundraiser that you have.
Mike Zacany, the owner of the company, he's very passionate about helping people, and one of his ways of doing so is offering a 50% profit fundraiser to organizations, individuals. Could be a class trip. Children trying to raise money to go on that class trip, they can reach out to us and do their own personal fundraiser, or band boosters, FFAs, we do 4-H.
Very good. So that sounds like that's probably been a pretty good marketing tactic to help grow the business as well. Do you have any other marketing tactics that you've been using that you could share with us?
I think just sharing the history of the company is a big help with this. Jose Madrid salsa, our original recipe is the medium Clovis, which comes from Clovis, New Mexico, and the owner's grandfather, Jose, was from there, and he took the recipe, started it, planted it into 25 flavors. We have 2 seasonal flavors on top of that will be coming up here real soon. It's the pumpkin salsa and cranberry chipotle.
Well, Deb, thank you for your time today and sharing about Jose Madrid salsa. If we want to learn more about your business, where can we go?
You can go to www.josemadridsalsa.com.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Today we're here at the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market, and we're with Jim from Great Harvest Bread Company. Hi, Jim.
How are you?
I'm great today.
Good.
So appreciate you taking a few minutes to speak with us today.
You're welcome.
So tell us a little bit about Great Harvest Bread Company.
Well, we're in Westerville. Been there since 1993. The store has been there. My wife and I have owned it since '04. And we do everything from scratch by hand every day.
Wonderful. And I take it that you sell at quite a few farmers markets around the Columbus area.
We have in the past. I'm kind of slowing down a little bit, but yeah, we've done Granville, Worthington. We're here in Reynoldsburg. We've done them in Delaware.
Very good. Well, it certainly keeps you busy because I know you have your brick and mortar location as well. But you mentioned a good point. One of the things that we're going to be doing here in the next few months is looking at what we can do to help farmers markets create not only that next generation of shoppers, but that next generation of producers too. So it's something I wonder if you guys have had that conversation with your business.
The conversation of doing more farmers markets?
The conversation of the next generation taking over the business.
We have had some of that. To be quite honest with you, the next generation, like my kids, they're not interested at all. So that's probably not one of the things that we're going to be doing.
Well, and you're certainly not in the minority. You know, the average age of a farmer, I believe, is 57 or 58.
Is that right?
And as much as we all love farmers markets, we can't have markets without vendors, can we?
Correct. The vendors make the whole thing. And, what you see, what I see at most of the farmers markets that I go to, the more vendors they are there, the more successful the market is, the more traffic is generated. And that's the key to the whole farmers market concept.
Absolutely.
To generate traffic.
And the other thing that we're going to be looking at for our markets here in Ohio in this fall is, the younger generation, the way they're purchasing food is changing. And so we're going to be working with markets around the state to help maybe figure out some solutions to that problem. Okay. Can you speak to how your customers have changed over the last 5 years or so?
Probably the biggest change that I've seen in the 15 years that we've been in the business is the lack of the use of cash. When we first started, it was probably, 30% cards. Now that's up to 65 to 70% of our sales.
Yeah, and that raises another good point. Technology is certainly changing very quickly. And so, we used to do a lot of print ads and newspapers. So how have your marketing tactics changed over the last 15 years?
Well, we don't do as much newspaper and magazine ads. We do Facebook every day. We have done some direct marketing, but haven't had a lot of success with that. We do, like right now, we have a program going with Massey's Pizza, who is right next door to us, and we have an ad and a coupon in their takeout menu. So
wow, what a great partnership.
Every box that goes out of there with a pizza in it also has a menu, and we have an ad and a coupon in that.
Fantastic. And by working with partners like that, a lot of vendors and markets themselves have really grown both of their businesses. Well, Jim, I really appreciate your time today. Thanks for sharing with us. And thanks for having such a great product for us to enjoy as well.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed watching those clips from the Reynoldsburg Farmers Market. You know, I always learn when I get out and visit other markets and other farms and talk to other vendors and producers and market managers. I just think it's a great way to really create some relationships, learn from our peers so we don't have to make the same mistakes that others have already learned from. So I encourage you also, as you get time, to go out and visit as many farmers markets and other types of markets as you can, and figure out what's working for them and how you might be able to adapt some of those tactics to make your farmers market more successful. And if you find yourself with lots of questions, or if you need some assistance, that's what we're here for. Our direct food and agricultural marketing program here within OSU Extension is really here to help our local food producers in Ohio be more effective marketers and be more sustainable in the long term. So feel free to check out our website, or you can email me at the email address on the screen, and I'll look forward to hearing from you.